It's becoming crystal clear that the Democratic Party wants to keep their thumb on the scale to protect President Biden, even as his approval rating continues to show bad signs. The other Democrats running for president are gaining traction with Americans, but the party is still refusing to acknowledge the fact that that's happening, so they don't want to debate, they don't want to hold real primaries. Joining me to talk about that is Farron Cousins. Farron, this reminds me of Bernie Sanders all over again, doesn't it? Or what they, any time the Democratic Party is put in to where they have their hand picked. Their hand picked now is basically Kamala Harris. I mean, that's who everybody's running against. They're not even in earnest running against Biden. He's 81 years old. He's liable to tip over any moment. And so along comes Bobby Kennedy, along comes Williams, and they say, we just want to debate, man. I mean, just give us the opportunity to debate. And the Democrats, freaks the Democrats out.
See, that's what just bugs me so much about this is they're not asking for much.
No.
All they're saying is, hey, it's presidential primary season. Where the hell's the presidential primary? Can we get on TV? Can Biden come down for an hour or two and talk to the public? Can he answer questions that we have? Can he go up against us? Can he put his policies against our proposals? And the public is entitled to that. I don't care if you're a diehard Biden supporter or not. You should still support choices.
You don't even care what the other, I mean, if you're not going to invest in their politics, fine.
Yeah.
But it's that debate that creates a democratic process. We get better from debates. And here it's not just the debate. Now Biden and the Democrats trying to change the plans even on where the primaries take place. They know that Biden is going to get killed if he goes to New Hampshire. The numbers showed it last time. So they don't want to do that. They want to change the game even there. Because when he ran, he was like number 5 in the pecking order in New Hampshire.
And that's why they changed it, because it was South Carolina, which of course Obama came in right before South Carolina, finally endorsed him, because Bernie had it.
Yeah.
Bernie was running away with the thing, winning states they didn't think he'd win. South Carolina came along with the whole establishment, flipped the script. So they're trying to flip the script before it starts.
Yeah, it's this smug, elitist Democrat leadership that sends in their flying monkeys. And now the flying monkeys are all over Williams. They're all over Kennedy. They're not even giving them a chance to explain their position. Explain, what did you mean on the COVID issue? Talk about it. Let me ask you questions and you defend it. The point being is that this is the demise of democracy. And the Democrats are leading the demise of democracy. They're in charge right now, and they're certainly leading. They're the party now. This is what the public thinks. This is not me talking. This is the numbers that come from the public. This is a Democratic Party that is for censorship. They're in love with the spook industry. They love the CIA, FBI, whoever is part of that spook industry. Their love of war. They're the new party of war. They love the Ukraine war. They know they're the party that has this incredible bond with corporate media and they're trained to only deliver for corporate media. So this list of things goes on. It's a party really, let me add my point now, it's a party with a dying vision for America. That's what's happening. As you know, I'm not Democratic, I'm not Republican. I just, gave up that a long time ago. But as I look at the Democrats, I would love to say, look, this stagnant, geriatric Democratic leadership is killing your party. And, of course, when we say that, the comments will go crazy, as if I give a damn. But that's just the truth. It's what's happening.
It really is. And listen, I'm a guy who right now is still leaning with Biden.
Yeah.
Bobby has said plenty of things that I completely disagree with, but I also have a very long history with Bobby as well. And know him on a somewhat personal level, certainly not as deep as you do, but my God, you and him started Ring of Fire, and we started
this network.
Exactly.
We go all the way back to Air America, where it was me and Bobby, Janine Garofalo, Rachel Maddow, Al Franken, Sam Cedar, just this wonderful group of people who were talking progressive in politics long before it was a thing.
Yeah.
And he was there with me on that. He was there in trial with me when we took on major corporations that nobody else would touch and beat the hell out of them. He was with me there. So, I mean, I know what he's about.
Yeah.
And I would love to at least say he ought to have the chance to debate an 81-year-old guy that it wants to run his election in his basement, doesn't want to do interviews, doesn't want to hold press conferences, wants to sit in his easy chair in his basement and hope like hell that Kamala Harris can pull it off for him. It's an ugly story. But nevertheless, we're going to have people comment, oh, you know, I can't believe you're saying this, Pat, you're right-wing. The new thing is Tucker Carlson. You replacing Tucker, really?
Well, here's the thing about Bobby, too, and it also goes for Marianne Williamson. You know, we know what the media is out there saying about both of these people. Obviously, Bobby's the only thing you need to know about Bobby Kennedy is the anti-vaxxer. And that, of course, is the part that I totally disagree with him on. With Marianne Williamson, they're like, oh, well, she's the crystal lady and into auras, so she's weird. But there is so much more to these people that the public needs to know about, but the media's not saying any of it. They're not talking policy at all.
They own the Democratic elite leadership owns corporate media. At least they own the MSNBCs, the CNNs, Foxes. They own those folks. They're going to do what's required to be done. They won't even give him a platform. They won't even let him talk. They won't even let him on a show to talk about his issue. He appeared with Musk on Twitter.
He's going on Fox News.
Finally, but look at what it's taken. And so what I'm saying is what's taken is now the Democrats have the hell scared out of them because the numbers keep climbing. And they're saying, well, you know, this guy's a contender. He is a contender. And if you put him up against Kamala Harris, that's the way the election's going now. I mean, the Republicans they're running against Kamala Harris. They're not even running against Biden. They're saying, yeah, he's old, he's 81 years old, he's tipping over every time we see him, he's a problem, he ain't gonna make it through the first couple of years. And your president is gonna be Kamala Harris. So now the media is saying, well, maybe we ought to pay attention to it.
Well, and I think, look, at this point, I've made it clear where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
we know where you're at right now.
I'm fine with it.
But I still think everybody needs to be able to hear from both Bobby and Marianne Williamson. It's only fair to the voters, especially when Bobby's at 20% now, according to the latest CNN
poll. A little higher than that.
And that's, where Ron DeSantis is polling on the Republican side.
Well, I think you and we try to set an example. There's stuff you and I disagree with.
Yeah.
But we can sit here and debate about it and talk about it. You know, at the end of the day, we agree with 99% of everything.
Yes.
But it's that 1% that, you don't yell at me, I don't yell at you. And we try to have a discussion. And so that's all that's at stake here, is the discussion is vibrant. The discussion is part of the democratic process. And to just completely make him disappear like they did with Bernie is so classic elite Democrat.
Yep.
Really is.